Hey, Anthon-patapon here, and today we're back to some more Crash Tag Team Racing for the Nintendo GameCube with Xbox One controls. Today, we're going to finally continue with some more Toontown. Okay, I probably shouldn't say finally. It hasn't been that long since I did the last part. And thankfully, there isn't too much I gotta collect here on this hubboard, so I can just hop right into Crashinator and take care of all these courses. Of course, I'm probably just gonna go back to the first area just to make this faster. Nah, screw it. I'll just get right into the race. Alright. And yeah, this part we're gonna also play some more Crunch. Because now I am here to see some more of what he can offer with his level 3 weapon. Trust me, I don't really play too much of this because the game does autosave, so if by chance I don't know something about this game at the moment, it's more than likely just because I can't really play it without having to have like a whole other save file and then be concerned about if I have it saved on this file or not. It's just, I already have 2 files on this as is, so you can imagine the amount of times I have to try switching over save files, making sure I do that just so I can be on the right foot. Okay. Pretty good so far off all these freaking palm trees. Seriously, why are there palm trees in the desert? I know it's a park, but still. Okay. I wasn't really paying attention to that. Wish that counted. Okay, so I almost forgot to mention Crash Bandicoot on the Run. Can't believe we're getting close to seeing that. At least I think we're getting close to seeing that. But yeah, like, I already talked about how I played the game early, but I don't think I really elaborated on how the game felt. I mean, like, there isn't too much to elaborate on with that because it's a mobile game. Like, it's not like it's not terrible, it's not bad, but it's like, you expect something crazy after this? I might have to restart. Oh, that's not good. I'm not even there. Yeah, I might have to restart. Oh my god. I wish I had boost. I don't think I'm gonna, let's see if I can barely crack it. Nah. But yeah, like, it feels alright. Like, at least on my phone it feels alright. Like, my phone isn't like the most up to date with everything. It's still fairly recent, but it's nothing like up to like the 10s or anything like we are with phones now. Alright, I'm gonna try that shortcut again. But yeah. So, pretty much, at first I thought I was going to be tired of how much of the game is going to be like when I started playing some Crash on the Run. But, at least with the collection runs, it's pretty much exactly how I felt. Like, it was getting like a little bit in the tedium side of things. But when I played the actual progression and everything, like when things are actually going somewhere with the game, that's when it felt like, alright, this is definitely something I could sink my teeth into with a little bit of time. That was a little too close. I'm definitely going to need to polish up my gameplay here. I will say this though, I do kind of find it funny how the game takes it an extra step further. Oh god, it lights up, lights off. But anyway, like, as I was saying, like, I do kind of find it funny how, like, when I was talking about, like, when I was playing Twinsanity, it was, like, ridiculous how even with invincibility, you can just die to nitro crates. Like, it legit didn't even matter how much you were, strong you are. You were just getting insta-kill. But, then I started playing Crash on the Run. 2 things I found funny with that. 1, whenever you stand on a nitro crate, like, when you land on it, rather, but sort of like that. Same thing. When you land on it, it doesn't instantly blow up. In fact, I don't think it blows up at all on the run. But if you run into any crate, any obstacle whatsoever, unless you have Aku Aku, it's just instant damage now. So it's like, they fixed one aspect that I found kind of annoying with Twinsanity and added another. I don't know, like, I just found it funny. I just hope that once the game, like, actually comes out, there will be some stuff ironed out, because there are some bugs. For example, 35 out of 40, okay. But for example, when you get to the third section on the early access, again, this is just early access. I'm pretty sure this stuff won't happen in the final, but like when you get to the third area for the collection runs, sometimes you could just fall through the level when you try to collect the gem. And I'm just like, wait, what? And sometimes that also happens with the crystals. I'm pretty sure I missed getting the gold now. But yeah, like it's just a little crazy to me, that's all. That you could still end up falling through this stuff. And sometimes when that happens, you can end up falling through the other levels too. Even the main story ones too. It's just like, what happened? Again, early access, I know bugs, things are subject to change in the final. We got all that out the way. But I just find it a little ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure that once we get like all the new costumes and everything, I know that's kind of unrelated, but like all the new content updates, we're going to be seeing some real polish. Because it is pretty much confirmed throughout some of the stuff in Coco's base that we are going to be seeing a lot of stuff around the game. Like, I know seasonal events are going to be... Wait, did I already? No. Okay, I thought I did this already. But yeah, like for one thing, seasonal events. We all know that's going to be a thing. We already knew the costumes were going to be a thing even before the official trailer for the game. We see some. I've seen some animals, like some mutagen animals. Like, I think, goats and chicken. Like mutagen goats and chicken. Oh shoot! All right, that was pretty cool. Anyway, like we're gonna see some mutagen animals, freaking minecart sections. Now, I've already played. Now, I actually did play some Donkey Kong Country with my friend earlier, so I can imagine what the minecart will be like in an endless runner, or at least a minecart in general. But the fact that we're going to be doing this in an endless runner makes me curious. Is it going to be like with Sonic Colors DS, where it's like, okay, where it's going to like you have to worry about like rails and everything on the side, worry about some stuff ahead of you, potentially behind you too, or is it just going to be like with like a 2D section where you just tap to jump? Just endless possibilities, pretty much. Near endless. Near endless. 53. And did I see Buck? Yeah, I see buck teeth on the freaking Sphinx.
Go, 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 go.
That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, like we've seen some like general content stuff we're going to be seeing on the run pretty much, and I'm just excited to see how that turns out. But what I want to know that hasn't been confirmed with this yet with Crash, well, yeah, on the run is with Crash 4, because like there's already been a lot of speculation between what on the run will be like in terms of it tying with the main game that we're all waiting for at this point. Trust me, it's not a secret that we're all waiting for this. But I just want to see what they will do. It's just like, are they gonna like add the Crash 4 costumes? Are they gonna do like some like special event on the game based on the mobile title? Are we gonna like just endless possibilities again? Frames. I'm at this point where I'm just saving frames. Like, if I was a speedrunner, I'm pretty sure I would hit sub 50, but I'm not, so let's just forget about that. Like, what I'm thinking of what they're gonna do with the mobile game is like they're gonna make it so like that they're gonna give out like different levels based on scenarios in Crash 4, or maybe it'll just be costumes. Like, however they handle it, I'm pretty sure it'll just be one or the other. And how I think Crash 4 will get implemented was like there's gonna be like some costumes you can get exclusively from the freaking mobile game. Like, we've seen that we've gotten some costumes for the pre-order bonus, but I'm pretty sure for what the game has to offer, that's not the only kind of content we're going to be getting in terms of cosmetics and stuff. I already talked about the cosmetic stuff earlier, but like I wanted to go more in depth about how it could work with the like integration between the two games. And I'm pretty sure they'll find some way to make it just fly, like it all just makes sense. Just like with the timeline of Crash 4. I've already talked about this too, but it's like I really have to point out that They didn't cancel out the idea that there could be some connections with the other stories in the other games, including Radical Entertainment Area. They didn't say this never happened. They just said they just thought it would be more. Just, man. It's like even when I'm just trying to play Crash or talk about a different Crash game, I just go back to Crash 4. It's just, the excitement is just too much for me at this point. Oh my god, let's go. I have no idea what the score, let me see. 35 out of 42, okay. But man, it's just like, with Crash 4, I just want to see more environments. Like, are we going to see some more sewer? Are we going to see sewer levels? Are we going to see more city levels? Are we going to see some like future stuff, like future tents? Are we going to be seeing some like some more down to earth like variations of levels? Are we going to be seeing some freaking like high pressure situations on levels? What kind of different gameplay styles are we going to be seeing? Because like we've seen mostly the platforming stuff, but what are we going to be seeing like in other stuff, like say like for Crash Bandicoot Warped, we have like the bikes, both the jet skis and the motorcycles. We have the planes, we have the Pura sections, which were all in like, which all have their own like little variations in the Crash series, believe it or not. Like with the Warthog in Crash 1, the Polar Bear in Crash 2, even the Jetpack in Crash 2, like stuff like that. I just wonder what they're gonna do if they ever decide to go beyond platforming, or are they just gonna stick with platforming? Because trust me, I already know that the Cortex playstyle, it looks okay. I'm gonna be honest, that part looks okay. Oh yes, 75 out of 86. Oh good lord. But yeah, it's just like I just want to see more. I actually just want to see more of this game. Whether, like I said before, whether it is like with the other Crash games where it's like 30 to like 40 something levels, or it ends up being like the 100 plus it was rumored to be. Whatever the case is, I don't care, because I just want to see just a little bit more, just to get my feelings on this all out. Like there's just more I want to see. I want to see more of what they can do on the run as well. This is kind of like the hype I initially had for Pocket Camp, but what ended up with Pocket Camp and even New Horizons is that those games, they seemed like they had a good idea of what their premise wanted to be, and I was down with that, as well as many others. But in terms of execution, they kind of came out kind of bare. Like there was so little on what I could think about doing. And keep in mind, Pocket Camp actually has more of what you can do, whether you're willing to either spend the money or just grind out the game. But like, there's more you can do with Pocket Camp in such limited space than what I can do with New Horizons. Not sure if this is a take or not, but that's just how I feel. Like, the thing that just, like, the thing that gets me about Animal Crossing is just like, it's just crazy to me that like, I have more to do, not even like Pocket Camp. I have more to do in New Leaf, 3DS title, than I do on a Nintendo Switch title. That was sold at 60. No, it was sold at 60, it was delayed for almost a whole year. The game still came out bare, and even with the content we're getting now, it seems that they're kind of sparse with everything. Or scarce, whichever one you want to put, whichever one fits the situation more. But point is, there's just something about New Horizons that just quickly shot down my excitement. And we already know, like, bare content is just one thing, but there's just something else with the game. It can't just be lack of updates and general content issues that just keeps me away from just wanting to play more of it. Cause like, I was one of the few, I wouldn't say I was a front runner of being excited for the game or anything, but I was definitely willing to see what more they could do with this than what they've done with other entries in the series. And it doesn't, and outside of the beginning of the game, where you have to worry about crafting everything, that's it. Once you start crafting everything, once you get all the villagers, once you get like up to the cap of 10 villagers, and once you start getting what you want to do with the game, At that point, it's just like another Animal Crossing title. Like, there is some special stuff in the game, of course. Don't get the wrong idea. It's just that content-wise, it feels like another Animal Crossing game. But less. Like, that's just something I really want to emphasize. How? How is that possible? How did something that looked like it was going to be like very exciting have to be delayed because of, you know, like, I do understand, like, putting, like, the health of, like, pretty much the integrity of the development team and everything first is a very good smart decision. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say here. So what I'm trying to say is that the finished product, even after all that, we still just get, like, this. Like, if they're trying to do the thing that they usually do with, like, Splatoon and whatnot, where it's like you get, like, consistent updates and stuff like that, it doesn't work with something like this, especially with how bare it is. Like, it's one thing that I already need, it's one thing that you already need people just to get some kind of enjoyment out of the game, but it's a whole other subject when even that, you're still kind of limited with what you're supposed to do. And that's another limitation about Animal Crossing, the fact that you only have one island in the system. I don't know what the case is about that, because I cannot imagine it being about a save file exploring. I can't. Like I'm pretty sure if they had to do something like that, they would find a way to limit the interaction between the two files. I'm pretty sure it's possible to limit such a thing. I think it was possible in the N64 release of the game, not the GameCube one, but the Japanese N64 release. But like, it's just like, even when I want to do something, I have to go all the way up to another thing, like another friend's island or whatever. I have to go to someone else, and don't even get me started with trying to connect online. Like, how in the heck is it this difficult to try to connect online? Not necessarily difficult, but just really, really tiring. There are so many freaking menus you have to connect to just to be able to get online. And if you make just one mistake, and you try to correct it and go back, you don't just go back to where the previous menu was. No. That would be a somewhat that would be a decent idea for making a mistake like that. No, you have to go all the way back into the beginning. And there's like up to what, 7, 8 menus you have to see? Oh god, they're up there. Shoot. Anyway, like, there's like 7, 8 menus you have to explore just to connect to one person's island. If it's going to be that tedious just to be able to connect and play with a friend, it's like, what are you doing? Like, what am I doing trying to connect to it then? Like, I'm spending more than, and like, these play sessions are usually short whenever it comes to playing online. Like, there's no limitation on that. It's just, I usually just play online for like really short, or Animal Crossing is short in general, but it's like, when half the time I'm spending on the game, like a minimum of like maybe 1 hour, is spent trying to fix like maybe one mistake on just trying to connect online, and then sometimes I do disconnect anyway. It's like, what happened? I just wasted my time just trying to connect to someone's island. Like, there are some stuff like disconnecting and all that stuff, but like, that's been an issue since like, not necessarily an issue, but a factor since City Folk, or to be more exact, Wild World. Because like, something with that is just like, you know, it's like, disconnects happen. I get that. Like, they're not going to be perfect. There's not going to be any way you can perfect that. You can solidify it, and that's what they did with New Horizons. It feels like I can have a solid experience with connecting, and sometimes I can still disconnect. Stuff like that just happens. I get that. But when it's just, my issue is just trying to get started into a game feeling so tedious. Like, what happened? And I think that's just my general opinion of New Horizons. A great experience when you play it for the first time, like when you play it early on, or if it's your first Animal Crossing game, it feels freaking great. But if you return from any of the other Animal Crossing games, especially if you return to Animal Crossing via New Leaf, you're gonna be wondering what happened. And just to remind you one more time, this game was delayed. But anyway, I'll stop with that because this is about a freaking Crash game. So in the next video, we will take care of Astroland, the final part where we get to worry about all the courses And then after that, we got to get all the mini games and everything, including the chicken challenges. And no, I'm very much not looking forward to that. So in the meantime, see ya. And hopefully we'll get some more Crash 4 and On the Run news later.